Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Internet Computer's price chart and see what is happening in the short term. And finally, I do think that we are seeing some very much promising signs indicating the bottom is in. But before we get into all that good stuff, at the beginning of the video, I want to talk just a little bit about this very important tweet from Dominic Williams. And this is actually so easy to miss because let's be honest, at first glance, this may not necessarily sound that much of a big deal, but trust me, when you start digging a bit into it, it's actually a very important roadmap for where ICP right now is heading. So are you ready? Let's dive in and see what is going on. And here is Dominic's setup. He basically compares three things. And first, he talks about Lovable. And in case that you don't know, Lovable is basically a Web2 platform that helps people build what he calls self-writing applications. And essentially, these are apps that code themselves using artificial intelligence, kind of like, for instance, having a full tech team in a box. And guess what? Lovable already has around 2.5 million weekly active users, and that is real working market with millions and millions of people using it at the moment. Then comes the comparison part of the tweet. You see, Dominic points out that if you strip away the duplicate addresses on Ethereum and you basically just count real people, the active users base on Ethereum is not really going to be that much bigger than Lovable's. And that is absolutely insane when you think about it, considering one AI coding app has a similar user footprint to the biggest smart contract blockchain. And here is where the implication actually hits. If a single artificial intelligence driven application can pull in users at the same scale as Ethereum, then okay, imagine what's gonna happen when those kinds of apps actually run fully on chain. So I think it is very much fair to say that the first blockchain that is going to nail this is going to look at a user base that could rival, or who knows, maybe even surpass today's top platforms. And you might ask, well, okay, why does this actually matters for ICP? Because this isn't actually just random thought exercise, as I'm sure you know it. This is literally ICP's design space from day one, and unlike most blockchains that struggle with speed, cost, and storage, ICP literally from the beginning was built to handle heavy workloads and large amounts of data directly on chain, and that is exactly what artificial intelligence driven applications need to function at a scale beautifully. So essentially, in a single tweet, Dominic connects the dots. Point number one, there is already proven demand for AI-built apps. Point number two, blockchains today aren't equipped to host them. And point number three, ICP literally has the architecture that makes all this actually possible. Now, in terms of what are the effects of this for the whole ICP ecosystem in the future, okay, I think the ripple effects are going to be much bigger than all of us think, because AI apps is going to eat up a ton of data and computation. And if ICP is going to become the home to self-writing apps, then okay, that is going to be a lot of demand for cycles, which is fuel that runs ICP. Essentially, more usage equals more token demand, and that is a direct link between adoption and token economics. Also, this actually gives ICP a clear differentiator, because instead of fighting the same tiered battle of who is going to be the faster Ethereum killer, okay, ICP can plant its flag as the chain for artificial intelligence, and that is very much simple to understand, and it is going to tap straight into the biggest trend in tech right now. And maybe the most interesting part is going to be this. You see, this, in my view, could be a real chance to bring Web2 users, not just crypto traders. If somebody is using AI app that helps them code or automate work, they don't really need to care about gas fees or decentralization debates. They just want the tool to work, and ICP could be potentially and hopefully the platform making that possible behind the scenes. So I think with the help of Cadeine AI, we are actually going to attract an astronomical amount of adoption. Why? Because the market for self-writing applications are just so magnificent and huge. I do not believe that we should actually compare the targeting market of ICP to, for example, the targeting market of Ethereum. That just doesn't make any sense. Maybe we shouldn't even compare the market that ICP is trying to target to any other market that any other blockchain project is trying to target, since again, this is such an insanely large market and there are right now a lot of demands for it. So to sum it up, Dominic basically in this tweet that is so easy to ignore laid out a vision where the next big wave of blockchain adoption is going to come from on-chain artificial intelligence, and he's betting that ICP is going to be the only chain that can realistically pull it off. And so far, based on what we are seeing from other blockchains, it seems like that we are definitely on that track. And I want to be very clear, this is not guaranteed. No, execution, adoption, and also regulation is still going to matter. But the opportunity that he's pointing in this tweet is absolutely massive. And if ICP delivers, it is going to be hard to overstate just how big the upside could be. And that, my friends, is one very important reason, in my view, to be bullish when it comes to fundamentals. So I think as we go forward, especially by the official launch of Cadeine AI, we are going to start gaining traction. And hopefully at the same time, that is going to lead to some good price appreciation for the token. And having said that, let's go on the live chart now and see what is happening. Okay, here we are. And due to this recent chopping around, I am now going to say in ICP, things do actually look a bit optimistic. And I do think maybe now it's time to consider the bullish count, indicating, you know what? Yep, we have hit our final low. So are you ready? Let's dive in and see what is going on. And the first important sign that I actually see that tipped the scales towards the bullish count a little bit is this. In the previous videos, the idea in Internet Computer was that this can be a wave 1, 2, and then beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3. And we were saying, look, this might end up being just a correction for 4, meaning what? Yep, after it's over, we are going to have another small move down into wave 5, which in it, we do expect ICP to take the lows down here about $4, but we don't really expect us to go a whole lot lower. In fact, we talked about this very important support area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time, somewhere around $3.9. And we were saying, well, okay, even if we are going to have another move down, we're just going to get to here and then we're going to start having a very strong bounce back. So what happened? Do not get me wrong though. This scenario can still be in play. However, now between our supposedly wave 4 and 2, as you can see, yep, we definitely have overlapping of the waves. Now, having said that, this doesn't necessarily mean that we should fully 100% ignore the bearish cap. Absolutely not. You still can say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now in form of an expanding ending diagonal, but there are a couple of problems, and chief among them is this. Whenever you have to change your impulsive structure scenario to some sort of a diagonal, that actually means that assuming you are having a move down, the trend is actually getting weaker and weaker, and odds are you are wrong, and this point might be your final low. So the fact that we are having overlapping of the waves now between this phase and also this one, in my view, can be a very good sign, suggesting maybe we don't really need to go down in ICP anymore. But is it enough for us to be 100% optimistic? Nope, not really, for two reasons. Number one, there is no certainty in any market at any given moment. We should be objective. And reason number two, I think we actually need to pay full attention to what is happening in here in terms of Elliot's waves, again, in this specific chopping around the structure. So let's just zoom in. Okay. If you remember, the last time that we talked about ICP, we were right in here. And the idea was that going down is just simply not an option for us. And if we end up going down and take the lows, at that point, we have to consider in this area having an ABC zigzag and not an impulse, indicating our move down is going to continue. And we specifically said, in case we see a consolidation pattern followed by another move up, that can be a fantastic sign. Why? Because if you want to say in terms of Elliot's waves that we're gonna have our final low around this region, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, you have to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. This specific structure is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave or wave 3 is simply not allowed to be the smallest wave. It's actually a big no-no in Elliot's waves. And when it comes to the sub waves, there we go. 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5, and for wave 2 and 4, we can have different counts, doesn't really matter. Let's say show ABC into 4 and a WXY structure into wave 2. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. And you might say, well, okay, can this be a correction structure for 4 and not move up into wave 5? The answer is yes, and here is how you can say that. I do not believe that, for example, from here we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, since we are having overlapping of the waves, and this might be, I don't know, let's say some sort of an ending diagonal. Trust me, I have checked the rules already. By no means this is an ending diagonal. So that leaves me with one count suggesting from this point we are having ABC down into A, ABC up into B, and a 5 wave down into our C leg, which overall this is going to be a running flat, and then another 5 wave on the upside in here. And yeah, you are able to say maybe this is 1, 2, 3, running flat into 4, another move up into wave 5, which again, based on what we just talked about literally minutes ago, this is an awesome sign suggesting the bottom is set. However, I do not believe that this count is actually in play. In my view, we are probably having overall in here a correction structure, and one very important reason for why I do like to argue that actually comes down to this specific phase up. I do think that this is 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3 correction for another move up into wave 5. And by the way, in the next 12 to 24 hours, I actually believe that we're going to get a move down in order to hopefully complete the sub waves for an A, B, C zigzag. Now, why is this thing so important? Because pay attention to this specific phase down from the highs about 4.7 to about the lows around $4.4. I think we can all agree that this is a beautiful looking impulse down, and that, my friends, opens the door to having an ABC in form of an expanded flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in it we're going to take the highs, and then a strong move down into our C leg, and in it we are going to, by like a rather small margin, take the low of our A leg. And when it comes to the sub waves, you know it, ABC into A, ABC into B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the downside into our C leg. Now, let's go on the live chart and count some waves. So here is what's going on in my mind. I do think this is an ABC down, no arguments there. Followed by that though, I think we can say maybe we are having 5 up into A, correction for wave B, but probably not to about this point. Preferably I'm gonna say to around here in form of indeed an ABC running flat, and then another move into C. And well, on a higher degree, I think a correction started in ICP from this point and not the higher side, and it is going to be in form of hopefully an ABC expanded flat, and this can be a wave 1, 2. What's next? Great move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and guess what? That orange 5 wave up at that point is going to be into most likely this wave 5 right in here. So let's have a quick conclusion and wrap up today's update. In ICP, I do believe that we are starting to see some optimistic signs. Does this mean right now we should be 1000% bullish? No, I do think it's like a little bit too soon. However, it seems like that we are definitely going according to the bullish track. Having said that, here is what we want to see in like very short term. First things first, for the next 12 to 24 hours, you actually want to see a move down, because if I just go on 5-minute time frame, I think we should say that this is, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into a correction for wave B. And as you can see, I think we are having a slow and choppy move on the upside, which is one very important characteristic of a corrective movement. So makes sense for us to have one more move down into our C leg, And in here, we do not want to see ICP taking this important slow down here about $4.4, preferably from these areas about $4.5. We want to have this thing. I think is going to happen by the next 48 to 72 hours. Yet another strong move up into wave 3 correction for another move into wave 5. If we get this thing in ICP, that would pretty much, in my view, be our bullish confirmation, indicating, you know what, we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off of the lowest low, and hopefully the bottom is finally in, and we are just building the launch pad for a magnificent bull run. And by the way, I forgot to tell you this. If in this phase up, we end up taking this important high about, let's say, $5 area, that is going to be yet another beautiful bullish sign. But for now, let's not go that far. Let's just focus on the current price action, and let's hope that in the next 3 to 4 days, we are going to get something like this. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in ICP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.